while I'm all up in your grill, trying to take you to a hotel. Must be a football coach, the way you got me working here. Let me get doo doo, beep beep, running my head through. Oh, but they know me. Oh, I'm ready, 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 I'm ready. Okay, I'm not ready, but it's so hard. Okay, it's not hard. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about something that is really quite important to me because I've been doing this for quite a few years now and it has benefited me so much, and I really hope that kind of when you guys really hear more about the story behind why I use these two books to document everything that I eat and everything that I go through in terms of physical changes. I hope someone can challenge themselves or see more as to why I'm actually making this video, and it actually makes a little bit more sense. So I'll start off with the first book because the first book is actually a book that my mum gave to me. It was originally hers for writing down appointments for her clients, but she gave it to me because I really kind of needed it at the time and she wasn't really using it. So the benefits of writing down every single thing that you eat every single day of every single minute of the year. I got a bit lost there, but the point is I write in this every single day. Well, this is my old book and I started writing in it in December 2015. Wow, that is a really long time ago. So 2015 I started writing in this and I started documenting every single thing that I was eating. Now obviously I'm not perfect. I missed some weeks, some days and quite a few meals in this book, but to be really honest, a lot of the page, like the whole to be honest, this has really trained me, writing down everything that I eat every single day. It's really trained me how to use a book properly and efficiently, because now I actually use every single page, whereas I was never like that before. I used to just like be like, you know, after a while like it becomes, the book is used for many different things, making notes, drawing, and it doesn't hold as much ground as it used to. So with these books, with these two books that I have here, I actually have never ever used it for anything else, and it's really helped me. Now the reason why I begun to use these books to document the things that I eat every single day is because when I actually left sixth form, which I'll talk about a bit more in another video, but when I left sixth form, I put on quite a lot of weight, and it is the biggest I think I've been. So I then, in result of putting on quite a bit of weight, was diagnosed with PCOS. If you don't know what that is, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's such a tongue twister, but I just say PCOS because it's easier, it's the shortcut. So I have PCOS, and that is a lot to do with your weight and your menstrual cycle, your periods every month. So I struggled quite a lot with it, and this is the reason why I have these books. They are like diaries. They're like, to be honest, these are like more important than my diaries because they keep me on track. They keep me disciplined, and I literally write down everything, every appointment I've been to, everything that has happened to my body, whether I had a cold or a cough or a a scratch or something that I hadn't inflicted on myself, obviously, I put those things into these books because it's so important. I didn't realize how important it was to stay in tune with your body and what you're eating and how foods actually affect your body and your daily functions, whether you're feeling fatigue, whether you're feeling tired, whether you're feeling nauseous. Sometimes you might eat something, the next day you might feel something and you'd be like, let me look in my diary. It could have been something that I've never had before. So I used to look back in my diaries and be like, oh, that's why. So I used this book for the first, I think, year or so that I was diagnosed. I used this for the first year that I was diagnosed with PCOS. So that was that. Now with this book, this book's a lot more recent. This book doesn't have any dates in it. I have to write them myself. So then there's a lot more work to be put into it, a lot more effort to be put into it. But I used this book, oops, upside down. I used this book, and again, some days I slip and I don't write certain things, but I can always go back and write those things in. And a big thing about having PCOS is that exercise, for me, I feel like it plays, for me, my body personally, it really helped for me to eat healthy and exercise intensely at the same time, because I can cut down my percentage of fat in my body a lot quicker, and not at an unhealthy rate, but it helps me a lot more to get to my goal and quicker. So I usually do a combination of both of them, and it has really helped because I've lost quite a lot of weight. And it's quite in ways it's quite scary, and I will talk about in another video what my mantras are for my period, because I actually do have one. I didn't realize until I started talking about it, but I actually have one, because depending on an individual, you can either have your period constantly or you can have your period never. You can never see your period, like you would never see your periods for some people. So, or some people's are just really irregular. So I will talk about that a lot more in another video, but this really is about the diaries and how much of a tradition I have really created behind these diaries and how important they have really become. So I would say to anyone that is dealing with anything to do with any kind of bodily functions, to use a book to document everything, every appointment, every change, every shift that happens with your body, because it's really important to like get these things written down and to always have your own documentation of what is going on. Because a lot of the time I'd go to, like, you know, the GP, and they'd be like, yeah, this is this and that is that, and then I'd be like, okay, do I get like a copy or what? So they're not very forthcoming when it comes to that, but for me it's okay because I have my diaries to write in. And obviously the second one was a lot more cute but the first one, you know, it doesn't matter. It's not, I mean, it's not really about how it looks. It's really about how much you get to use it and how much it really benefits you. So my diaries play a big part in my diet and how I track it. And it's funny because in this black book, I have noted in the book when I went to a Chinese, it was a Chinese herbal shop down the street from mine. And it's amazing because the notes I made in here, I did not remember, but I should probably go back to them because they could probably, hopefully there would be some improvement. But it actually says here that from the man looking at my tongue, I went in December 2015, and the man actually was able to tell me that just from looking at my tongue, that I was unwell, and that, you know, my condition or my syndrome was really beginning to break down my body. So it's really important to So I love these diaries. I love them, and I'm constantly trying to keep them up to date. And I literally write everything. Everything that would go on with a woman's body goes in these books. Everything that goes on with just a body, you know, when I, like I said before, when I get sick, I write these things in here. And I'm not as loyal to my actual diary than I am to these. I'm very loyal to these. And sometimes my mum will be like, Ray, I haven't seen you write in your diary for like 4 days. Do you remember what you ate? So that's also another thing. I usually take some pictures if I know that I'm sick. Like if it's like the first day I'm sick, most likely not going to take pictures, but if I do take pictures, it can be really helpful for when I start writing back in my diary, because then all I have to do is look at the picture and write it down, and I already know the ingredients. Also, that's another thing I do in here. I write ingredients of like new recipes, new meals that I've tried out, and it's really, really helpful just to have a documentation. We've got so used to everything being, is it manual? No, it's not manual. We've got so used to things being online for us that it's quite far. It took a long time. It was very foreign for me to keep writing every single day, but that's why I want to challenge anyone out there to try this out. I have written, to be honest, I would say those couple days or whatever that I've missed out, it doesn't matter. To me, I've been writing in these diaries for, is it 2 years now? I think 2 years now. Consistently. Whether I missed a week, that really doesn't matter. For me, that is consistent still, because a lot of people don't know that what they've eaten from last week. So for me, that is so beneficial to write these things down. So I challenge anyone out there that wants to try this. Like, you don't have to do as long as me, but I would I call it the 365-day challenge. That's what I'm going to call it. But it is absolutely amazing, the things that you'll be able to learn about your body, or look back and see, oh, I was only sick twice this year. So it is a great challenge to put yourself up to. Try it. Maybe try it for 10 days. Maybe try it for 20 days, 30, 40. You might start to enjoy it so much that you might want to just carry on and do it for as long as I've been doing it. But for me, my motivation really came from my PCOS. It came from my syndrome, and it's in turn, is that the word? In turn, it's really helped me to stay in tune with the temple that I possess, and the only temple that I'm ever going to have. So anyone that dares to try this, I challenge you to do it, because to be honest, sometimes it can be real fun just writing down recipes, all these different things. So thank you guys. I was like, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I mean, this is my thank you dance. Hey, 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 hey. But I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that my little story behind my diaries and how I use them, why they're beneficial, and how it can also be beneficial to you guys, and where my motivation really came from. I hope that can inspire you guys to do something today that it might not be about the diaries, it might be something else, but you might want to do it for 365 days just to see how it feels. Okay? Put yourself to the test. Always be testing yourself. Always be up for a challenge. Do not fare away from things that you know is possible to conquer. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm outie. Bye. We next to an itching, hot and fresh out the kitchen. I'm a rolling that body, but be mad at it wishing. Okay, that's enough.